Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
65. Come on, fellas, here we go.
McKenna. And a short gain down to about the 33. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And that's incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
From midfield here, Dalton. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton looking for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And it'll be Dalton again. This is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Man open, it's Goodwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This
I put a star. I put a star. Now a play fake here on first down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. They get it to him running left. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try to run with McKinnon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down.
21.
They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Malcolm Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Dalton to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. Whoa! Still won't go down. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On play action, now Garoppolo. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. He got 29 yards that time. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. He gets this one to Garcon. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
There you go, 368.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And now look at him go. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, 69 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game. At this stage in the fourth, they needed points out of that drop.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Garoppolo to throw on second down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Niners on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Play action. Garoppolo. Caught left side. Garcon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again symptomatic? I like that.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Go on the ball.
Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over first and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Jordan Evans coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Why? Open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, check. I got you. Check, 55 right. Check, 55 right. Coming. Like my five.
Garoppolo now on third and goal. Being chased out left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darquez Dennard.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
368! Lead! Go on the ball!
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Bengals on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
368. Go on the ball.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one even matter.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Dalton throwing on second down. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And the Bengal fans are probably saying, where has that been?
And they have to.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Reuben Foster picks it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Johnson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
21.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go.
On the ball. 93, 52, 93, 44. Here you go. Here you go, 368.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here we go.
Garoppolo looking to throw. He'll find good one here on the right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
65.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Johnson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. William Jackson with a pick.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good. 368. 368.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pass incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
368. Go on the ball.
On 3rd down, Dalton underneath. This is Bernard. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
368.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Toss play to McKinnon. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the